What's up, guys? This is probably like my fucking 10th attempt of trying to start YouTube videos again. Well, technically, I've only done it probably about 3 times as far as like doing videos, then editing it, and then posting it, and then promoting it. But as far as just recording videos and trying to get something I'm happy with or like somewhat to some extent, probably like my 15th, 20th fucking time. Probably made a fair amount of videos the past few weeks and shit. I just don't like them, and like something might get fucked up or something. Like the first video I made I actually really liked, but I had a deodorant can right next to the phone. It was blocking so much of it, and I didn't even notice until I like finished filming or recording it, filming it. And I watched it, and then I watched it again. I'm like, oh fuck, that deodorant's in the fucking way. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal because it's not like I'm professional or anything like that, but I don't know, it kind of bothered me. And then I made another video, and I don't even want to say why that one was fucked up, but it was fucked up for a good reason. But anyhow, this video, it's going to be a 2-part video. I'm going over 10 LPs, 10 vinyl that I got this year that are probably my favorite vinyl I've obtained this year. Obviously, it doesn't matter if it came out this year or anything. Even if it was pressed this year, it might have just been because I got it this year. But besides the point, it's just 10 vinyl I've purchased this year, and they're probably some of my favorites. And like I said, we're gonna split it into 2. I'm gonna split it into 2. There's gonna be 5 in each video. When I'm editing it, it's like I don't want that shit too long. I definitely want it like minimum 10 minutes, maybe like 15 to like 18, maybe 20 max. Typically, I don't even want to go to 20 just because it's harder to fucking save, at least from my experience. But I do have a new app I'm gonna edit on, so maybe that'll make it better and like more efficient and shit like that. But yeah, so the first record, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this name because it's in German. I'm sure I have a lot of European people on Instagram or whoever is gonna watch this video that could pronounce it pretty easily. I'm not really good at pronouncing anything, so I mean, you're gonna know what it is anyway. Well, like anyone who follows me or listens to black metal will know. Gromkite's or BSOD's wife, who passed sadly in 2013, I believe. This is a compilation of all her material, a lot of synth and some black metal in it. I'll show you guys that. I'll show you guys the variant. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people who collect have already seen it, but I'm just glad I got one because they sold out relatively fast. It's the colored one, obviously. The only variant, I mean, it's just this color and a black LP. And like the minute, so Darker Than Black pressed it. I wanted to avoid ordering from Darker Than Black. Not that it's bad necessarily, but fuck, what's the other one? The other one got it. I can't believe I think of the name. You know, the label that has a lot of Gromkite shit, BSOD projects, and they have some other stuff too. A lot of stuff in the synth stuff and all that. It's from Germany too. I can't name fucking escapes me, but yeah, I got it from them because they they got wholesale from them pretty fast since they usually have all the BSOD related stuff. But yeah, Darker Than Black pressed it technically. I don't think it was like a split press or like they were involved. I don't know, maybe it is, maybe I could check. Yeah, no, it was only Darker Than Black. But anyhow, I got it from the other label from Germany. And yeah, the thing is I like about them is you can use PayPal and do it in like 4 payments because, you know, shipping from Germany is not the most cheap. So, you know, I buy a few things, nothing crazy, I don't like a shit ton of stuff, but I got that vinyl and like a tape, I think, and like 2 shirts. And a 7. I got a 7 too. I accidentally got 2 7s actually, and then I gave one to my friend. But besides the point, yeah. So I got a little haul. It was all like Gromkite related stuff. It was you know, that shit. It was a Gromkite tape and a Heroin Makes Happy 7, and yeah, a Gromkite shirt, and then a shirt for this project. So it was a pretty cool haul. But yeah, that's definitely one of them because I think it's such like any lore behind BSOD or any project related to him is like it really fascinates me and interests me on top of the music I already really like. So anything BSOD related, I'm definitely trying to get my hands on. He has a lot of projects I still don't have yet. I have some other cool shit. I also have a Wings of Evil compilation of that's one of his projects. It's not a more popular project by him, but I think it's pretty solid. It's just like raw black metal like a lot of his other stuff. But maybe I'll make a video with that one day. But yeah, that's about it for this one. However you say it, Blod Bevezmez. I don't know how to fucking say that shit. Real quick. Okay, so the next video, or the next vinyl, is the vinyl from Goto RX. So, you know, the hype behind that label. Anytime, you know, especially if someone wants something like that what is it called? Endless Dismonal vinyl, however you pronounce it, the one from Japan. You know, that shit sells out in seconds everywhere. Well, yeah, it's one of those vinyl. I'll tell you the story of how I got it. I still, to this day, don't know how the fuck I managed to pull it off, because it sold out. It didn't necessarily sell out. I'll just tell you the story, but I'll show you guys the vinyl first. It is Commodus's full length from last year, Wreath of the Bleeding Snowfall. My favorite Commodus release, 100%. I like the demos a lot too. I like the debut, but this definitely is my favorite. And on top of getting the vinyl, I managed to get the more limited picture disc. I mean, that album cover is fucking sexy as is, so imagine, you know, a fucking picture disc. That's like icing on the cake. And then, let's see, it's 35 out of 150 copies. But yeah, so the story, as far as Go-To Rex drops happen, they're usually at noon in Florida time, and they're always on a Sunday. And usually, pretty much close to every Sunday, I work, you know, at my job. I could be on my phone and shit, so, you know, I was just waiting. And I remember I set a timer, and I remembered I was just checking the time constantly. It was actually the first drop I ever participated in for Go-To-Rx. And I remember it was like 11:58 probably, and a customer comes in, and he's looking for a scale. And I try to just like, show him all the scales we have, and, you know, bring him up real quick. Okay, and he's out in like a minute. So then I'm, you know, staring at my phone and shit, and then it happens, and I quickly, and I'm on Go-To-Rx, like getting the vinyl. I got that and a Holy Arrow vinyl. I wanted to at least get 2 vinyl. And yeah, I remember I put the picture disc in, and then this fucking asshole comes back in, and he's like, oh, the scale doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I mean, how does it not work? You know, I guess I want to, you know, give him another free scale for no reason. I don't know if he's trying to finesse or if he's just being a pain in the ass, but he was definitely being a pain in the ass. But you know, I try to reason with him and shit, blah, blah, blah. It probably only took a couple minutes, but yeah, then I give him another scale, whatever. And I'm looking, it's sold out. I mean, and then I don't know, something in me was just telling me, like, just keep refreshing it for a few minutes. They might add more, and I refreshed it, and this was probably a good like 5 minutes later. I refreshed it, and it gave me an option to put the picture disc in my cart again. I was like, oh shit, grabbed the Holy Arrow, and I was cashing out as humanly possible, and like, yeah, I fucking got it. Like, I don't think they've done that for any other drop. I don't know if it was just a glitch in the system, but on top of that, I think actually before he came in to return the scale or saying it wasn't working, it happened to literally people in Europe and the US. It happened to a lot of people from different countries. But when you're cashing out, they're like, oh, it doesn't ship to your country, even though they ship close to anywhere. So that was one glitch that happened. So that might have been why it got brought back. Like, you could put it in your cart again, because it was like glitching out for people. So that might have actually been why. Because what I was gonna say is, I haven't seen them do that for other drops. Like, once it says sold out, like, you don't see them put it back, like, for, you know, they don't put it in increments. It's just gone for as far as before, like, wholesale or anything. So yeah, I don't know if that was why, because of that glitch. Because like the minute I kept refreshing, it had to be like 5 minutes, I tell you, and it's like, oh, you can put it in your cart. And I did that shit so fucking fast, bro. And I was like jumping up and down like a little fucking kid, like, oh my god, I can't believe I fucking got it. Like, I did not think I was gonna get that shit. It was awesome, honestly. It was definitely one of my luckiest purchases for sure. And like I said, I'll definitely make more of an album analysis on it. Obviously, that's not what this video is necessarily for. It's really just showing, you know, my favorite vinyl I've gotten this year. But yeah. All right, so we got 3 more vinyl in the video. I think the video's already at like 8 or 9 minutes, maybe late 7. So I think I got a little time. So yeah, the next video is a band that everyone knows I'm obsessed with and have been for a couple years now. Not gonna give you any hints, just gonna show you once I take the LPs out. Obviously, we got Vothana Demo X. I would say this is Kenny's most important release. Obviously, it's just a black LP, so no point in pulling it out. But so I've gotten a lot of Vothana LPs this year. I got a lot of them last year too, especially at the end of 2023. But the reason I guess I chose Demo X out of all of them is because I think it's his most important release, in my opinion. I think his full lengths are super important too. And I haven't decided the other 5 vinyl I'm going to put in part 2 of this video or concept. Maybe I'll add another Vothana vinyl since I have so many. But yeah, I just think Demo X is a really important release because one, it came out in 2008, obviously a private release, and it didn't leak until 2023. So most people in the black metal community did not hear it until 2023. And I think it's it's probably on SoulSeek. Maybe, I remember it was on YouTube, but it keeps getting taken down. It is on YouTube again, but it's had to be taken down a good 3 times by now. But yeah, and then I think it was probably March. Yeah, it was probably around March of 2024 this year. You got Out of the Dungeon, like, just post the vinyl. Hey, we pressed this, and like I remember everybody was freaking out, like, oh shit, Demo X is on vinyl. Like, as far as I know, it was only a tape. Like, most of his presses were or most of Kenny's private releases were tapes at first. So, you know, a Demo X on vinyl, you know, was super fucking cool. And, you know, I think it's really cool to own the first official vinyl press of it too, like a lot of his other demos and shit. So it's all pretty relatively cool. So I'd rather add that. I'm not going to go over the music, but it is his longer, I'll just say it's his longest release. It's a little over 2 hours. Every song is over 11 minutes minus the intro and outro and the interlude. So yeah, you got a lot of longer tracks. I mean, obviously all the songs are relatively long, but literally everything is over 11 minutes. There's 11 minutes, a 15-minute song, a 14-minute song. It's wild. And side D features him just playing random guitar melodies. It's about 20 minutes, I believe. But yeah, it's really packed with a lot of material. I almost think it could have really been a triple LP. And I know they probably, Out of the Dungeon wanted to avoid that probably, because that's just, you know, it's another bill, I'd assume. But side C is like probably the longest side, because you have the last 2 songs. I think the first song is 15 minutes, or the first song on side C is 15 minutes, and the other song is 14 minutes, and then a couple minute outro. So it's like a little over 30 minutes, I believe. Might be even a little longer than that, but yeah, so I know it's a little over 30 minutes, I believe. And, you know, obviously vinyl, the safe side is like around 25 minutes. And I know some push it to 30, and you can probably get away with that. Obviously, I haven't pressed vinyl, so I don't fucking know. But yeah, you know, once it's like a little past 30 minutes, I think that could be get a little risky for like sound quality. But I mean, I feel like side C does feel a little like different than the other sides, because it's probably a little over 30 minutes, but it's still doesn't make it any less enjoyable by any means. And I'm definitely so glad I got the press. But yeah, we'll go over the next vinyl. Put this in this plastic sleeve real quick. All right, so the next one is it's part of a haul I got for my birthday this year. I'm sure since I said that, some people who have me on Instagram will know what I'm talking about. It's pressed by no other than Asar, if I'm even saying that right. But yeah, a lot of people obviously don't like that label. And a lot of people would claim they're boots. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. He at least thinks he has a right to press, so maybe that's total bullshit. Besides the point, they're very nice presses, and they were done very well. Like everything about them was done really well. It's Forest right here. This is their second full length. As a blaze above the ashes, I believe is the translation. You got 5 tracks, more like 4 tracks, technically. The reason I chose this Forest vinyl out of the other, I have the first 4 albums. They have a 5th album too, and obviously some demo material before that on a compilation LP. But I would probably say the second record's my favorite by them. The first 2 songs are really good, but track 3 is probably one of the best Forest songs ever. It translates to the Fiercest Forest, as far as I know, and it's about 17 minutes. And yeah, it's a really good fucking song. It's probably one of the best Blaze Berthal songs ever created. But yeah, so I definitely had to include that. I might include a Barani Call It or even another Forest record in the other half. Who knows? Like I said, I haven't fucking decided yet. But yeah, I figured I'd include this Forest record. Yeah, I mean, you can hate Asar or whatever, but the presses are top notch. Like, I've never had a problem with the sound quality, and obviously the gatefolds are nice. Even, you know, the plastic sleeves are the super fancy ones, you know what I'm saying? They're like, you know, not that cheap shit. So, I mean, you gotta give, you know, props where it's due. I mean, but also I get people, since, you know, they might be boots or whatever, people don't want to support it, people don't want to give their money to that. So I mean, I'm not judging them for that either. I'm not gonna like talk shit about it or anything. Like, I personally don't give a fuck. I just know I want it, so I'm gonna fucking get it. As simple as that. I'll show you guys the variant. Really nice, cool variant. Good splatter on a clear LP. Yeah, I'll keep it at that for that LP. Probably, you know, if I, you know, keep up with this YouTube shit, I'll probably, you know, give it an analysis or whatever. Not so much a review. I feel like I don't really give reviews. I give more analysis, because I don't know, that's just what makes the most sense to me. Yeah, we'll get on to the last vinyl. All right, the last vinyl is from a French black metal band that, you know, everybody should know who has me on Instagram. It was a long overdue pressing. The first pressing, the album came out in 2007, I'm pretty sure. And the first pressing was technically in 2010 because I'm sure, you know, back in the maybe even late 90s, but really early mid 2000s, CDs were obviously the more dominant, you know, physical media. So more people, there's a lot of bands, even like popular bands like Typo Negative and shit, they didn't get pressings and stuff. Like Life Is Killing Me, the first like pressing was like official pressing was literally was last year, I think. But yeah, it was last year. But there was a box set with a Life Is Killing Me vinyl, but yeah, it was only a Roadrunner box set, so you can only get it if you buy, you know, the whole box set. Maybe there's boots, I'm not sure, but yeah, the first like vinyl alone of just Life Is Killing Me was only pressed last year. Well, the pre-orders were last year. It didn't arrive till this year, I believe, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that's how you know, like, a lot of bands were not pressing vinyl. Even Marilyn Manson's High End of Low that came out in 2009, there's not even an official press of that. There's only bootleg vinyls, which I personally get. I don't really care, but yeah, that's how you know the CDs were taking over. But anyhow, it is Peste Noire's Folk Folly, my favorite Peste Noire album. This is very much long overdue. Like I said, over a decade, and like anytime you see the first press up for sale, it's at least $300, and that's if you're lucky. Usually it might be a little more. So, you know, people, I remember a lot of people were excited about this pressing. Like I said, it's my favorite Peste Noire album. I've only really listened to the first 5, and albums 3 and 4 I'm not even as familiar with. The 5th album, how do you say it? La Chase? I don't know how to La Chase. I don't know how to say it, but I really like that album a lot too. And obviously the first one's like classic shit. That's a lot of people's favorite album. Is the first one. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that, being that the whole title's in French. But yeah, it's definitely a classic. But I don't know. The reason I like Folk Folly, it's just it's very artsy while being very grimy and like gross and dirty. Like I feel like it's just very grimy black metal. I don't want to get too much into like going over the music, you know, like I said before, but I'll show you guys the variant. And I don't think I can open it up because I keep the shrink wrap on because I need more plastic covers. But yeah, it's, you know, it's a translucent red LP, you know, very fitting for that. And I believe this pressing comes with a bonus track that the original doesn't have, but the original has a different cover. I'm pretty sure though this is the CD, the first CD's cover, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess technically it is the original cover, but not the original vinyl cover. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, those are basically the first half of my favorite 10 records this year. And I do have a few records coming. I don't know if I'd really include them in the second part of the video, but I definitely do. I'm excited about them a lot. I think I only have 3 records coming at the moment. It's a Goat Moon record, Nocturnal Mortem. Like I have a lot of Goat Moon and Nocturnal Mortem, and I don't want it to ever end. There's some of my favorite bands, and I also have a Sfolder LP. Their first, or his, I should say, pretty sure it's a one-man project. His first full length, what is it? Desecration of the 5 Holy Pillars. Yeah, that press was really long overdue too. I think it came out in 2014. I think, yeah, that's the only vinyl pressing I ever have. And I believe the vinyl pressing came out when it was released too, or maybe it was a year later. It was around that time, I know it's been about a decade. So yeah, you know, I wasn't missing that out. I got the variant too. I'm pretty excited about that. It's like, it's a good GBK worship band without it being like a total clone, you know, like just like pathetic, like, you know, just trying to copy everything about it. It's got its own unique individuality and shit, but it's still like, it's like the riffs are very reminiscent of how like Galal riffs. I mean, and it's just done in a really good fashion. And the vocals are fucking hateful, man. It's a really controversial album too, because, you know, it's banned in a couple countries. I know Darker Than Black pressed it, but they can't even sell it on their distro because it's illegal to sell it in Germany. And I know it's legal in Canada too, so, you know. But yeah, super excited for all those vinyl to come. Maybe I'll include them, maybe I won't. But yeah, this video, assuming I edit and finish it, I'll post a preview on my Instagram and TikTok, which are Antichrist Vomit Chalice. And obviously I'm going to post it on my YouTube. That's what it's for, Decibels_666. And yeah, I really hope I can stay consistent. I really don't got to do much. Like really my goal would be just to, just release a video for now. 1 video a week would be ideal because that's still super consistent. It's just my problem is I fucking hate editing videos. Like I really don't enjoy it. There's parts I guess I enjoy about it, but part of me just wants to like throw it out there and just like post it as is. But I feel like I could really not that I'm a super good editor, but over time I'm sure I could get better. But I don't know, I feel like it shows I care more, and put more effort into it. I don't want to, I usually, like when it comes to the gym or like anything I really want to do, I don't like taking the lazy route. Even if I don't want to do a certain thing, like I don't want to work abs or I don't want to work extra hours, I try to not do the lazy route. I try to do what I think is going to benefit me, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, if I finish it, I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.